There you go. Perfect. Anyway, so when you throw the ball against the floor, it has to bounce off and it keeps going up, right? So even though this is at entry, as you can see, we come down to the RSI. The RSI is in the middle of the room. It can't quite decide which way it wants to go yet. Do you guys see that? And on top of that, we're looking for the green line to be crossing in a way that would correlate with what we're doing. So in this case, it wanting us to go in for a sell. So we want the R side, these two lines to be up against the ceiling and the green line coming and crossing the red line from the top like that. Okay. So since we don't have that, we're moving on from this trade. We're not even looking at it any further. Then you come to the 5 minute, same thing. It's already heading towards TP1 and the R size at the bottom. Would have been a good time to sell up here. You can see how it correlates with my I was gonna say crosshairs. My cursor, right? You can see that once it was, or when it was up at the ceiling, and you come over here, this was a good time to sell, but obviously we missed up. All right. So I'm gonna bring your beautiful faces over here. Okay, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is just continue. Military jargon, right? I would call it more gamer jargon. I was military, but I'm also a gamer at heart. So okay. I haven't played in like over a month though. Oh, longer than that. 2 months. Anyway, okay, so once again, I'm gonna come through here, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute. It would be good if it wasn't so close to the invalidation. So this might be good later. So once it hits the floor and comes back up, I don't know, but it's not following our strategy, so we're gonna move on. And legitimately, for you beginners, this is all I do. This is all you do with the trend width anyway. There's more to it when it comes to using like actually trading, and actually I'm staying away from AUD. But when it comes to trading on your own, but when it comes to just using trend wave, this is legitimately it. And I've never had an easier time using a scanner to do this. I've never had, beginners have such a easy time with this. All right, so someone called CAD JPY, so we're gonna check it out. Usually I do stay with the New York session once, especially since we're at New York Open, but I'll check it out. 30 minute. Okay, don't like that. 15 minute, don't like that. 5 minute. Okay. So just to go over why I don't like these. Yes, it's at entry, but right away, right here for my veteran attendees, why don't I like this trade before even looking at the RSI? Can anyone tell me? Let's see if you guys are paying attention. Yellow box. Do you know what that yellow box means? Yes, you're right. It is a yellow box. Resistance, line showing. Yep. So in this case, since it's below, it's called a support, but resistance, like it has a hard time going below, right? So what this yellow line means is that exactly support line. What it means basically it has a hard time going below. Resistance does work, obviously, when it comes to terminology, right? So when it comes to my strategy and the way that I teach how to use trend wave is that I want the best possible trade, right? I want the best possible probability that the trade's gonna hit at least TP3, right? Or at least TP2. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to little things like support and resistances, I don't even if I see it and Trendwave is calling it, Trendwave is calling it for a reason. Now it doesn't mean that it won't go past this and then use this as resistance later on. That's not what it means. However, if we're going in for a sell and it's telling me, hey, the market has a hard time going past this area, why would I want to go in for a sell if it has a hard time going down? Does that make sense? Go and drop a one if that makes sense to you. Drop a two if you're like, I don't understand, right? And then also on top of that, I'm gonna come down to my RSI. Look at that. What does this mean? What is the RSI telling us? RSI is like, we're going up, right? Exactly. No, it doesn't necessarily mean buy, but it means like we can go up, right? So you are right. So not only do we have the yellow box telling us, hey, I have a hard time going below this area, the RSI is even like, hey, by the way, we're oversold, we're gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a double confirmation there as to why I wouldn't even look at this trade. And the same thing goes on with the other time frames as well. You can see right here has a hard time. Now it might continue going down. Like I said, this is not a end all be all. It's just for my beginners, for people, because trend wave is more so for people that don't know how to trade on their own, right? I do know how to trade on my own. I've been trading since 2022. This is more for you guys that are new and you want to make money and not rely on us who are scanning or doing the trading or looking for you guys, and you can do this at your lunch break while you're on the toilet, honestly. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is for you guys, and I don't even want you guys looking at this trade because of that reason. So whoever, oh wait, I'm on GBB JPY. Look at that. Or is that the one you called? I need to go back up. One second, guys. I think you called CAD JPY. You did. My bad. But anyway, I still went over to show you guys what that looked like. So my bad. I looked at the wrong pair. My bad. So we're gonna do that again. Yay! So I did take that US 30. That was a good trade. Our side lined up. Everything was great. Everything was perfect. I loved it. Okay, so let's go over it again. So 30-minute. It is in the bottom half. However, it's ugly. Honestly. Um, sorry guys, I'm doing my own analyzing real quick. I mean, kinda. I don't like it. Yeah, it's too ugly. So when they're too close like this, let me oh my goodness, my dog just woke up and now he's going crazy. So when the lines are just kind of parallel like that, I don't quite like it. I don't know if you guys can quite see this because it does take a little time to see this, right? I like it more when it's like straight up crossing and it's oh, I don't know, because it does kind of look you see how there's kind of like a wave in there? Like it's kind of like a instead of like a straight line like this one here, it's like bam, we're going down. It's kind of more like a wave. Do you guys see that? I hope you do. I hope you do because I know that's kind of me more a little bit more experience maybe seeing that. Go and drop a one if you do see it. That is ugly to me. I don't like seeing my RSI like that. I don't like seeing my RSI wavy. Okay. So you might see this, you might not see what I'm talking about. I'm glad that some of you are. I don't like seeing my R side like that. So even though it is in the bottom half and even though it did just cross, and then coupled with the what I was doing in my head, I just don't like it. It doesn't mean that it's not a good trade. It's just I don't like it. I don't like my R side being ugly. All right, 15-minute. Nope. 5-minute, maybe. Let me not necessarily. It's just I don't know. I don't like when it's way because it looks indecisive to me. And once again, this is something I've been looking at for a very long time, so I just kind of see it. It just looks very indecisive. When you look at some of these over here, right? Let me bring this down. Like it's very distinct, like bam, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh yeah, we crossed, we're going. Even this right now, like it's getting ready to, and it looks a lot more decisive. I hope that makes sense. It looks like the R side is very decisive, like, hey, yeah, we're oversold, we want to go up, or hey, yeah, we're overbought, we got to go down. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't quite explain this. This comes with experience. I don't know how to explain it to you other than it just looks indecisive to me. Anyway, come to the 5-minute though. Um, it did. So this is nice. We have the FVG here, but we are within a consolidated. Anyway, so when it comes to this, beginners, right? Sorry guys, for you beginners, I did go a little bit into more advanced stuff. So it is below entry, it is near entry. I do like when it's closer to invalidation because one, you would make more money if it does go in the right direction, and two, you would lose less money if it goes back, right? So that is that reason, right? So we do have it near entry, we do have it at the bottom half. So then the next step is to go over to kill shot and look for all blue. All right. And in this case, so kill shot right here, right? What we're looking for is for these first six to be the same color as what we want to go in for. So for example, I'll look at that in a second. So for example, we want these first six to be all blue since we're going in for a buy. If we're going in for a sell, then we want this to be all red. As you can see, it is indecisive. Remember I was saying about indecisiveness? Right here, you can see I don't like it. Okay. I meant to be on trend wave. 30-minute coming down. And that's where that indecisiveness coming from. You see how that correlates now? Now you can see even kill shot is like, we don't quite know where we want to go. You guys see that? I don't understand why do we look at different time frames? So you look at different time frames. I don't, honestly, that's why you need to go through the beginner module, right? And do send it in the main chat, not directly as well. So basically, different time frames, there's different things that can happen for a different amount of time. So basically, the 5-minute one is a really short movement, right? Is a little short correction. Where the higher the time frame is, the longer the correction or the movement is, and the higher the time frame, the stronger the trend is as well. The stronger the confirmations are as well, right? That's as simple as I can break it down, honestly. But you're looking at the different time frames because there can be different type of trades. There can be a sell in the 5-minute while there can be a buy in the 30-minute, you know what I'm saying? But that this is a reason why you have to go through the beginner module so you can understand why we need the different time frames. But anyway, moving on. We're gonna go through actually let's look at I think it was US 30 that we took, right? I need to go NAS, US 30. All right. So the 1 hour is good to go. Look at that. Look at that. So it wasn't this one was I think it was 15-minute, right? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So this is the trade that we already took, okay? You can see it was at entry. You can see the RSI. The kill shot is probably blue, if not red by what? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I love this. Obviously, don't take it now. We already took this as a team, but look at that. Beautiful, all blue. This is what you want to see right here. So for you beginners that are like, what is she looking for? You can see it right here. Obviously, this is already over with, right? But if you come down, let me delete this. So if you come down, right, to the entry, that's a fire call. Fire. When I saw that instantly, like I dropped everything I was doing, I took that trade. I was like, oh my God, this is such a good one. Anyway, coming again, correlating the RSI here. Once it crossed, go up. We were right here, and then boom, almost hit TP2. It's probably gonna hit TP2, honestly. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fire call, but that is what you want to see. Obviously, you want this to be at entry, which if we come again over to our side, you can see it. It was about right here when it crossed, about right here. This is when it was called. The kill shot is all blue. Go ahead and drop a 3 if you understand what you're supposed to be looking for and why this is such a beautiful trade. You also have the fair value gap here. You have green, 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 green. Oh, we have to retest. Boom. And then it went back up. Like it's such a beautiful trade. Oh, I love it. Ah, I love seeing beautiful trades. It makes me so happy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, but now we're gonna move on to NAS 100. I'm doing a lot more explaining today than I am looking at trades. This can potentially be a good trade later. Oh, this is the 1 hour. Never mind. Well, 1 hour is still good, but like, it takes too long. The strategy only works with the 1 hour time frame if we have all of them the same color. Like not just the first six, but all of them have to be the same color. This has potential. It's probably gonna come back up and then retake. Even the even trend wave is changing, so yeah. And then this is already we're not even gonna look at that. All right, so those are already over with. We're gonna come over to gold. And if you guys have questions, please let me know. Because once again, all I'm doing is actually looking for trades for you guys. I'm not analyzing on my own. This is legitimately something you can do on your own. I'm not doing Chewy. He's tearing up a ball. There's like little rubber pieces all over the carpet. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Chewy. No. Stop. Don't do that. You're putting rubber all over the carpet, dude. 15-minute, 5-minute. Come here. Good boy. Yeah. You know why I call him Chewy? I wonder. I wonder why his name is Chewy. Little little pterodactyl, I'm telling you. Little raptor. He's an 8-month-old Bichon Frise. Little white fluffy guy. So this is actually oh, this is 1 hour. Duh. Okay, I was about to say it looks weird. Could be good later. Already over with. Could be good later when it retests. Yeah. Well, so 5 minute, yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stay with the strategy. Never mind. 5 minute does act a little bit different when it comes to kill shots sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Anyway, gonna go back to USD pairs. Euro USD. How's everyone doing so far, guys? You guys having a great morning? Making money, hitting TPs, doing great. Because now's the boring part. Now I'm just click, 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 click. So now let's see what's going on. 15 minute, 5 minute. NZD CAD. And for anyone new, so basically it's currently well, we had market open about 20 minutes ago. Almost 30 minutes ago, actually. So what I'm looking for, right, is for anything USD or CAD. And I think I skipped over a few CADs, honestly. And the only reason that is because everyone's starting to trade it right now, so it's gonna be moving, moving, moving. So that's what I'm currently doing. This has potential. I'm already thinking and guessing right now that kill shot is not going to line up, but we do have it at entry. We have it in the bottom, but kill shot most likely will not be lining up. Yep. So it has potential for later. All right. Nope. NZD USD. Oh, I forgot to go over. And you do want to start over at trend wave because something I've noticed for beginners is that you will see all of this blue, all of this red, and start overwriting the other confirmations. You want those other confirmations before you want to look at kill shot. Kill shot is the last thing you want to look at. Okay, so that's why I always look at trend wave first. Now, if you can control yourself, you can control your emotions, and you can like be aware that you do need these other confirmations to be true, then you can start a kill shot because you're not taking a trade unless kill shot is good. So might as well just start a kill shot. But if you're new and you're not able to control your emotions, I don't recommend you what's it called? I wouldn't recommend you doing that. Well, have fun. 5 minute. Nope. USD CAD. 30 minute. 15. Man, I wish I was the one to call that US 30. That was so good. And I was even about to look at US 30 too. Oh, I'm glad that it does. I'm so glad that what I say makes sense. I really, really do. I'm a very visual learning. I need pictures in my head. I need to know stairs. Oh, like I'm stepping up on stairs. Oh my goodness, that makes so much sense. So I'm glad that other people, benefit from how I think. Very happy. And in turn, you guys are helping me as well. Because, you don't understand something until you can explain to someone else. So you guys are helping me too. Chewy. This has potential for later, potential for later, and already over with. All right, and I think I accidentally skipped over a few CADs. So let me go back to CAD. In the team chat. It was advertised or posted, I guess, in the team chat. 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute. Nope. Catch it. Well, if I don't find anything in the next 5 minutes, we do have an amazing US 30 one. So we do have one going currently. So that honestly can just be um the quote unquote trade called, since we did go over it. But if I don't find anything 5 minutes, we're just gonna end it there because once again, this is all about teaching you guys how you can utilize the AI on your own, right? And then honestly, if you guys wanna, I'm gonna go through all of them now, right? Except for AUD. Nope. Sorry, Aussies. I am staying away from AUD from now on. I don't mess with that no more. But yeah, so do use this time to ask questions or tell me, hey, look at this, so I can show you why I would or wouldn't take trades. Take the one. This is so funny. Nope. 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 So USD CAD, I don't see anything. It's not even an entry, any of those. Okay, CAD CHF. CHF is fine though, and NZD is fine as well. It's just AUD, I'm telling you. Nope. 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 Again, now I'm going through all of them. So I went over all of the newer accession ones, and now I'm gonna go over the other ones as well. Because you can trade currencies outside of their sessions, but it's not recommended. They move slow. Sometimes things can happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you can definitely. Like it's just, whoops, almost clicked the wrong thing. You definitely can. Oh, this would have been a good trade to take. Look at that. But most likely what's going to happen here, right? Especially since it's the 5 minute, it's going to come up, it's going to retest, come back down, and then keep going up. So I would possibly set an alert for here. This is CAD JPY. I will keep an eye on that because that's a huge fair value gap or an imbalance or a liquidity, whatever you want to call it, whatever you got taught, right? So most likely to come back down, retest, even also consolidation here, retest it, and then it will be in the bottom half and then it's going to go up. So this 5 minute can have or does have potential for later. CHF JPY. Do you think trading Y does trade retest? So the reason it has to retest, right? That's why I like the stairs analogy so much. So when you're going upstairs, right? When you're stepping on a new step, or when you're going upstairs, let's start there. You're not just gonna put your foot at the very top, especially if it's like huge, like bleachers, right? Just think of bleachers, I guess. And you're not just gonna put your foot all the way at the top. That's unrealistic, right? Like that just it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't make sense, right? What you're going to do is you're going to put your foot on the first step and you're going to push up above it. But before you put all your weight on on a step, on the stairs, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to step up immediately unless I mean, I guess unless you know it's safe. But let's say you go on a not so safe stair, a flight of stairs. You wouldn't just put all your weight on it, right? You'd kind of be like, okay, let me put my foot down. Is this good? Is this safe? Can I put all my weight on it? Oh yeah, I can. Okay, pull. And then you push up and you move up, right? That's exactly how the market works. Yeah, it can move in a certain direction, right? Let me try and find you guys what I'm talking about, first of all. But actually, just right here, look at that. Look at that. Look at those steps. Look at that. Someone working out their booty right here. Look at that. There we go. So anyway, so if you look here, they put their foot up, they stepped it down kind of a little bit, right? And then it went up. And then they put their foot down and they stepped up. Do you see that? It's a little bit, it's not quite perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but can you see that? They stepped their foot up, they put it down. They stepped their foot up, they put it down. You guys see that? That is why it has to retest. It has to basically make sure that it has to they can the market has to make sure that the oh, this doesn't quite work because it's not a human. But you know what I'm saying? Like it has to test its step, basically. Like I can't take it any further than that. It has to see if it's supported. And that's the funny part is that this here is now considered support. So if you see the line that my cursor makes, right? This line that it now created is called a support. So it has to see, hey, does the market support me going up? Right? Haha. And then the same thing with the other way around. So, when you just flip it around. So basically just, I guess you can imagine it scuba diving. I don't know, right? And you're going down the next level and then you push yourself down. Does the roof, support my resistance? Like, can I resist and push down to the next level, I guess? It doesn't quite work the same with analogies when it comes to when it comes to explaining it the other way around, but as below, as above, so below, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, right? Right? I'm telling you. This is how my brain works. I need these type of things. That's what I need. I don't understand. It's so funny because I never understood how to properly trade until I started making visualizations like that. I was like, what is an uptrend? Like I don't understand. And I was like, wait a second. Oh my goodness. It's like going upstairs. There you go. You're working out your booty. That's all you do. Yeah, I'll find, you know what? I wasn't able to find a trade, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just talk about that because that's something very important. And it is how you can, take really, really good trades. Especially like this is actually a very um common trading method or trading strategy is the break and retest, the Bard's fair value gap. I don't know what else it's called. That's what I've been taught. What it's called is a fair value gap and a break and retest. That those are the things that I was taught. There are different names for it. That is just what I was. Actually, let's go to US 30. I think US 30 had it, and that's why it was such a good trade if I remember correctly. So let me check. And then I'll end the call there. You can also see it right here. Never mind, that's not pretty. Never mind. Nope. I'm gonna find a really pretty one for you guys. Kind of, but it's not pretty. This is too. Hopefully you guys can see it because it is continue on. So you see how it's kind of stuck here, right? So this is the bottom. The flights are like, okay, they're motivating themselves like, let's go. We're gonna take these steps. They take their first step, they put their foot down, and they push up. I was like, okay, cool. Motivating myself. Let's go, let's go. Oh, actually, this is not pretty. Never mind. Let me continue on. That was not a pretty one. Let me find a different one. And it's especially a US Open. We should have one. We should have a really pretty one. But maybe not. But this is the last thing I'm gonna look for you guys. Just so you guys can see what it is I'm talking about because I wasn't able to find a trade and we do have a US 30 trade going. Congratulations on, I believe it was Alexis that called it. Man, you guys the market just was like, you know what? I don't want to let you help at all. I don't want you guys teaching anything. Let's go to gold. Gold's usually really good about this. Gold really relies on this. I think that's just me personally. I don't trade her that often when it comes to trading on my own. Let's use this right here. No, it does it twice. I want again, a pretty one. Hmm. Man, it's just not wanting to cooperate today. None of these are pretty. And I usually have really good examples on my calls too, but today I'm just not finding anything that's like really like it's out there, like you can really see it. I got you though, good. Um, so this will be a good example later, but right now it's just not wanting to. Your USD is pretty good at it too. Let's see. If I don't find anything on this one, I'm just gonna end the call because obviously it doesn't want me teaching you guys anything today. Chewy, stop it. It's people walking. It's a girl on a hot girl walk. Stop. 5 minutes. Okay. It's just not wanting to. Can you guys hear him barking outside to this poor girl just walking? Oh my goodness. I live in the mountains, so pe a lot of people like walking here. Okay, yeah, so I'm not actually this is pretty. I'm really trying, guys. I'm really trying to find you like a pretty, very distinct break and retest. But okay, this is as close as I'm gonna get, guys. Sorry. Just to show you guys. Okay. All right, so you see this blue line. Obviously, ignore everything else because there's a lot going on my screen, right? But it's even over here as well. But you see how there's like there's something going on here, right? Like there's a reason that there's red and green right here, right? There's something going on here and then it breaks above and then it comes down and boom, touches the blue line. Oh, we're bouncing off. It has a hard time going below it, boom, bounces up, finally breaks it and then comes back up and then boom, we're going down. All right? You guys see that? I hope this is as pretty as I can get it, honestly. Same thing over here. If I bring the blue line back up, you can see right here, I had a hard time. There's a reason that there's respect here. Boom, broke it, came back up and went down. This is not pretty. This is not distinct. This is not what I wanted to show you guys, but I hope you see. Anyway, so we are at 812 now. We do have that US 30 trade going. It probably hit TP2 by now. I don't know. But that was such a perfect example that honestly, that was perfectly fine for me to have on this call. I am gonna be live tomorrow as well. So, look for that. And I'm so happy that we have so many amazing traders. We've all been trading for so long and everyone is so knowledgeable. So if this is your first time being on one of these morning calls, make sure that you hop on the other ones as well. Trendwave is for you to start taking trades with assistance of the AI. The AI does all of the work for you. However, the other calls that we have, very knowledgeable traders. I absolutely love them. They're so knowledgeable. They're so good at what they do, is where you will start learning how to trade for yourself, right? So use Trendwave to start seeing and start taking mental notes of like, huh, it's drawing a yellow line here. I wonder why. And then look at the market. You're going to start to be able to read the market with Trendwave. This is why I love Trendwave so much for my beginners, is because anything that I do for my own trading, Trendwave literally does for you. It really, really does. Like it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then after you do that, not after, do it at the same time. Obviously, also hop on the other trades where they actually show you how to trade for yourself. And I promise you, you're gonna be very successful here. This community is absolutely amazing. Everyone wants everyone to win. So anyway, I'm gonna hop off. We didn't find a trade for, me calling it, but we did have a good example of that US 30, and I showed you why it was a good trade. Other than that, I hope you guys are having an amazing rest of your Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.